In this tutorial, we're going to use Photoshop CC 2020 to create a collage from a pre-made template. So in the assets, you should have downloaded one that said Collages Template Master.psd. We're going to go ahead and change that up real quick so that you can always have this without messing it up. So let's File, Save As. First initial, last name. I'm going to make it collage. What am I calling it? Collage template sample. .psd and save. So the benefit of working from a collage template is that all the work is already done for you. So if you notice in this one, if you go in your layers file, you've got one that says collages, and you actually have 9 different types of collages pre-built for you. So you can kind of turn these on and off, see what's the different types are. Oh, gotta turn collage 1 off. Alright, so collage 9 is that one. So this is a really easy way to have someone else do the work for you. And it's a repeatable process, which is always nice. So for this template, I'm going to go ahead and do collage number 1. And we're going to go ahead and we want to use, we can see it's got 5 images. So I'm going to go here into my bridge. I'm going to grab 5 different images. So I'm going to shift click. I'm going to click 1, do control 2. Oh, we haven't done that one. 3. Let's go for the fish. 4. And that one. 5. So all I can do is I can either drag those over my Photoshop, or I can go File, Open with Photoshop, and it'll open all those for me. So there's a lot of different ways to get your images into Photoshop. Let's go ahead and grab that first one. Let's go here into my template. So I want to go ahead and make, we have to go ahead and open the group. So we want to, with our move, click on the one we want to clip to. And I want to go ahead and grab that sunset. So I'm going to grab my sunset, and I'm going to correct it a little bit first. So auto tone, auto contrast. Sometimes you see a big difference, sometimes you don't. Let's play with our levels a little bit. Tell it what the dark is. Not too much better. Let's go ahead and flatten it down. Alright, so let's grab that background layer, come in and drag up and drag down. And we want to go ahead and do a right click, create clipping mask. That's kind of big, so let's do a control minus and zoom out. That's not too bad. A little more sky in there. Alright, so control plus. So I want to go ahead and do the same thing for the others. So let's go ahead and let's see what image would work well there. Just use that one. How about here? Nice and vertical. I didn't choose very many vertical ones. Let's go back here and find something that would work vertically. Ooh, here, this would work vertically. And, oh, the ship would work vertically. So I'm going to grab those 2, grab it, drag down, go into Photoshop, let go. It's going to open them up for me. Oh, undo, because I was already in one. Don't continue. I want to go ahead and come on up here. So it comes in as a tab, not as a layer on what I already have. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and grab that image, bring them over here, bring it on down. Whoa, way too big. And a lot of these are made extra small. They're perfect for like social media, where you're really limited on how much space you have. If you were doing this for like a publication, I'd say definitely start with a bigger template before you got started. So let's go ahead and do a right click and create clipping mask. Now you'll notice that these are also smart objects. There's another way to use this template as well. So let's go ahead and look at this bottom image right here. If you double click on the smart object down here in the bottom, it's going to say your image here. So let's go ahead and add an image here. Let's go ahead and grab that guy and bring him in. And basically what it's doing, because it is a smart object, it is doing a lot of that cropping for us. It's doing a lot of the work for us. I gotta go ahead and save. Now when I go in here, it's gonna go ahead and create that clipping mask for us. So you can do it either way. You can use the smart objects. Let's do another one with smart object. Let's do this one. Smart object. Let's do, we just did that one. Oops. Oh, here we go. Let's grab that and put this your image here. Control minus. Wow, really big. Hit shift and hold to make it nice and in proportion. You got to save for a smart object to work. So I'm going to save and close. And go in here. Now I've got that one as well. So let's do one more. And let's play with the smart object one more time. So let's grab, what do we want to put in the middle? We can do the crab. And we're going up here to your image here. Come on. Drop it back up there. Alright, let's go grab that crab again. Where'd my crab go? He was a crab, right? I think he was a crab. Alright, so I'm going to grab my crab, come on up here, open it, come back down, move these friends down, let's make them a little bit smaller. And go ahead and save. Close that up. Now let's see what else I have open. I've used all of my images that I need for this one, so I'm going to go ahead and close them all up. So you can see that there's a couple different ways to play with these templates because of the way they're built. So now what else can we do? We can go ahead and we can play with one of the filters. So it's got some filters built in. So I'm going to close my collages for a minute and come down here to filters. And you can see that you've got a few different options as far as ways to make those images look a little bit more consistent. So that one turns them all to black and white. So it kind of depends on what you had in mind. You can apply multiple. Not loving all that. That's not terrible. So it's up to you as to what you're going to decide you like. And when you're finished, you can go ahead and do a image and duplicate. And from there you can go ahead and say, instead of sample, we want to call it flat. And OK. Now when we came over, it's going to go ahead and get rid of a lot of that extra information. So here's my flat one, and that is what I'm going to end up turning in. So that is how you go ahead and use a template to make a collage. So don't lose this one. You might want to come back and use it later. That's all.